the celebration continues for our Notes from the Universe on Love and Connection, the 60-card deck from Hay House. This week is 50% off, and every day this week, next week, I'm going to be reading a card, one of the 60 cards. They're beautifully designed. If you get the Notes from the Universe, you know what I'm talking about. There's about 3,000 of them. I've been doing it for 18 years. I picked my favorite ones and put them into this card deck. I'm going to be answering questions about love and connection in about 5 minutes. So type a question now you might have with regard to your relationships. In the meantime, I have picked a card for today that I will now read to you, and I'll tell you about its origins. If everyone really knew how much they were loved, not only from above, but by those now in your life, in their life, there'd be little hearts drawn on everything from wheelbarrows to skyscrapers to jumbo jets. And I so look forward to that day. Big heart, the universe. And the back of the card, marching orders, I heart you. You are so loved. Many people ask about the notes, and they're like, wow, you must have a knack for writing, Mike. You must have a pipeline. You must have a gift. I mean, you just knock these out. Bang, bang, bang. Oh, my God. They take hours and hours to write. That note was many years ago. Took hours and hours of try, fail, stop, scream, try, fail, edit, cut, paste, before I finally got a note. And that note, you know, all of them come from my feelings in life, my epiphanies, my ahas, my experiences. And number one, I love little hearts. I love drawing hearts on things. I love seeing hearts on things. I love the whole emblematic vibe of a heart, of love, you know. It's like, oh, you can just put a little heart on everything. I remember I took a vacation once in Norway, and there was dang hearts on everything, everywhere I went. It was like part of the culture. And I remember thinking, if everyone got it, if everyone, including you watching right now, if you got how much you're loved, really loved, not just from the divine, but by people who don't show it, yet who feel it. If you knew how destined you were for awesomeness, if you knew that you were truly an eternal being, and I'm not saying speculate, I'm not saying choose a perspective, I'm saying if you knew the truth of your beauty, of your magnificence, of your innocence, you'd be drawing hearts on everything. You'd be so giddy. You'd be so playful. You'd be so much fun all the time, and nothing could rock your boat. That's the truth. Drill down to it. Connect the dots. Contemplate. Meditate. Whatever it is for you. There could be no other explanation. When you look at the wondrous world around us, the miracles that are everywhere, then love is the glue. Love is everything. Nothing is worth losing your temper over. Nothing is worth being bummed out over. Everything is worth celebrating. You are a forever being. And the lions and tigers in your life right now are paper. Paper. They're going to be gone like that. Whereas you and your magnificence will remain. All right. I'm going to give away a deck of cards and send them to any address on planet Earth. So, hey, I like the waves. I like the waves. Thanks, Jackie. I'm going to give away a deck of cards to a person who asked a question. Did you ask a question? Ask a question as I suggested at the outset of this. And if I pick your question, I'll answer it and send you a free deck of cards. We're celebrating the Notes from the Universe cards on love and connection. Thank you for all of the hearts, you guys. I love it. All right. You guys already have life figured out. Well, good. That's the best way to be. I'm just going to make up a question if I don't find one here real soon. Anybody got a question about life, dreams, or happiness? I love you, Beth. Thank you so much. Life is so good, isn't it? Friday, the weekend's coming. How do you stay positive, Mike? A question! Oh, hello from Turkey. Thank you. Bazak Teza. Okay, how do I stay happy is being asked by Beth Hawk. Beth, please send an email now, or just jot this down, to Ivy, IVY, @TUT.com. Tell her that our paths crossed, you asked a question, and I promised you a deck of cards, brand new. By the way, before I answer that question, Hay House this week, by our request, is offering 50% off. They are so generous. I love Hay House. 50% off this $19 deck of cards, so it's almost 50%, $10. Buy two from Hay House, free shipping in the United States. All right, so how do I stay positive? It's not like I was always positive, but it gets easier. It really does get easier. You get this upward spiral. But in the beginning, and even to this day, I'll have moments feeling kind of deflated and like a lot to do, and I lose sight of the truth. So how do I stay positive? I catch myself when I'm in these funks, and I surround myself by good books. I've listed my favorite books at tut.com under resources, the like 15 books that have rocked my life. And they're around my house, they're around my office. I tell audiences, I usually don't read them, but I just like looking at them and seeing that they're there, and they remind me of the truth. But sometimes I do read them, or I open them up randomly to a page, and you just can feel that vibe of truth, the Seth material, Jonathan Livingston Seagull, Siddhartha by Hermann Hesse, Illusions, Richard Bach also, The Prophet by Khalil Gibran, and you're just like, yes, there's beauty, yes, there's possibilities, yes, we chose to be here for the adventure, for the challenge of it, for the love of it. It's temporary, okay? You're going to be all right. The lions and tigers and bears really are there to make you more awesome, not to drag you down. So I surround myself with truth. I dwell on truth. I ask questions like, how else could I see this? How else could I imagine the situation I'm in? How else... what else could it be serving? What else is it making possible? And you'll always get great ideas, and then suddenly it's not all doom or whatever you were going through. Eventually, you end up being surrounded by awesome people. That's happened in my life. I mean, there's almost no one in my life who isn't of this kind of thinking. And that will be true for you. And you don't have to cut people out necessarily. You don't have to be a bully, a spiritual gangster. The right people will start showing up. I mean, I've been on this path now for, 35 plus years. So, it doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen. It's guaranteed. It's inevitable. Gratitude journal works for some people. Creative visualization works for some people. Watch the Secret DVD. That works for me. And so that's how I stay positive. But the most important point here is, it's not like anyone is always positive, okay? That's not the goal of life. You just don't want to be in pain, and you want to manage your moods, and you got to realize that you are choosing them all the time. You are choosing them, and you are creating your reality all the time. And so don't think, well, I'm bummed out today. What's wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with you. As you keep living these truths and moving towards your dreams, you automatically get raised up, your vibe goes up, life gets easier, and you're on your way.